ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Mic Stand, the show that you're here to see. And you know who I am. I'm Alex Babbitt, your host. But you're actually here for my guest. Now, my next guest, how can I describe this person besides one, hilarious, and one of those people that has truly inspired a wave of comedians, whether he knows it or not. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the multi-talented Rahad Bashir. What's up, brother, man?
Thank you.
Come on, bro.
Hey, Bab.
Yeah, man.
Hey, busy.
Yeah.
Hey, busy.
Now, I'll give context, man, and it's not just for this, because it's something I wanted to tell you. I've talked to a lot of comics who, for lack of any other way to describe it, have started after us. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you're one of those comics, you're one of those comics who was in my class. We started like open mic years together.
Yeah.
I remember you from the first, you're actually one of the earliest comics I remember from, that's still around.
Yeah.
From the Gotham open mics, if you remember those.
The ones in the vintage line.
Yeah, downstairs.
Wow.
Downstairs.
Wow.
We used to do those together.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when like you had to, I think you had to sign up like the Monday before some crazy ass thing.
Yeah.
So I remember you from there, right? We all grind together, all this other stuff. But talking to comics who are coming up like now, who may be like 2-3 years in. One, you're one of the comics that they all be like, man, you know who hosts the show? Who nasty? Rahad. Yo, who's nasty just as a comic? Who's like, yo, strong. That's what he does. Yo, like I was at a table with like 5 younger comics, and it was like, yo, you know who my favorite comedians are? And because I'm used to it being people above us,
Right.
I'm like, all right, they about to say this person, that person, this person. Like, yo, niggas is sleeping on Rahad Bashir. Like, they threw you in that, and it was so wild. Because to me, I was like, oh, shit. He is to a wave, you know what I mean, as we all are, because we're all evolving. We're not the new guys anymore.
Right.
Now there's a wave of comics who have watched us and have been in some ways inspired by us. So hearing them bring you up in that way was so like surreal for me. I was like, oh shit.
That's like crazy, because I never like expect that. Me, I'm all about the craft. I'm all about me doing what I gotta do when I get on stage, you know, because when I get on stage, I'm like, I want to fuck this crowd up. I'm like, we can curse, right?
Yeah, you good.
All right, yeah, I'm like, I want
no sponsors at this episode.
Okay, all right. I was like, when I walk into a room, y'all my people, y'all my friends, y'all my comrades, but I'm in my zone. Like when I see guys like you, when I see you know, the JJ Matisse and, you know, Eagle Witt and who else? Like
Jotty, all these guys.
Yeah, all of you guys. I have such a respect for y'all because y'all are great at y'all craft. And I'm like, I look at y'all like, shit, I need to step my game up now. Okay. Like now, y'all make me like, I need to make a statement.
Yeah.
Because I see y'all going places and y'all traveling and doing comedy. I don't do it as often, but when I do, it's like, I have fun, and when I see y'all doing it, I see y'all having fun. And when we all in the same room, I'm like,
you saying you don't do it as often, that blows my mind, because one, I didn't know that, and it also blows my mind because you're so nasty. Oh, now I'm low-key mad at you. I'm mad at you for how good you fucking are to not giving it your all. You fucking, I'm mad. My mom not gonna like this episode because she hate when I cuss. She gonna hate this. But you not doing it. What? Nah, you're nasty, bro. I know dudes that don't do it often. That ain't. Nah, you gotta say something else. You say you're not doing as much as you'd like.
I can say that. I don't do it as much as I like. I'm just starting to get on the road more. I did a show out in St. Thomas. It was pretty cool. It was pretty okay. I did a show in Boston at this place called Slades. Slades is like, so you know I run Harlem Nights, right? So Slades is like the Harlem Nights of Boston.
Okay.
All black audience. but they there for comedy.
Yeah.
And the host, shout out to Jonathan Gates, he makes sure when you come in that room, you ain't doing nothing else but listening to stand-up and giving your energy to the comedians and having them.
Did you headline?
I featured.
Okay.
I featured. So the crazy thing about that, you know Ken Black?
Yeah.
So me and Ken Black were the featured headliner duo. So when we went out there, I've never seen Ken Black perform. He's never seen me perform. He saw me perform one time, and that was back in like 2015. He's like, oh yeah, Rahad Bashir, he's good.
He had no idea.
Yeah, no idea. Yo, I tell you, when I went out there, I was not playing no games. I went out there on a mission. And when I tell you, Ken Black was like, why the fuck am I the headliner? He's like, why am I closing the show? Because I went in there and I just let go. My whole thing in stand-up, when I get on stage, is to get out of my head and just let go. And just be in the moment and just do whatever I can to make these people forget about the trauma in their life and the whatever beef they had, whatever situation they had earlier that day, that week, that month, whatever in that year had them feeling bad. That one moment, that 15 minutes I got, I'm gonna make you forget about all of that.
That's very...
And that is my goal and my mission every time I do a show.
That's love. That's so interesting because it resonates while you're on stage. Because I'll tell you this, bro. When you like lock into your like energy of it, that shit is a lot. I remember sometimes we've done shows together where you like locked into that energy. I'll be like, oh man, because it's like certain people you like they inspire you in different ways, right? When you lock into that so hard, it's like I gotta really try. And it's not that I don't want to try, but like, oh, you made it hot, like the stage hot. Like I gotta dust it off because it's hot. I can't. No, I don't want to work that hard. But I also respect that about you, that you know, no matter where I've seen you in, what venue I've seen you perform at, how many people was there, that doesn't matter. You'll give it your all. You'll always like try to get them on your side. Now I wonder, what have you always been that way? Like early on?
Early on, I wasn't. Early on, I was mostly just watching a lot of the comics that I was around, and that was mostly at the open mics. And, you know, at the open mics, they all like deliver the same. You know, it was just like very one spot and just, you know, deliver the jokes like that. But then I realized that shit is boring. Like y'all niggas have no life. Like y'all have no gusto. And then I started to pay attention to myself. I said, I have more energy and excitement when I'm off stage, but then when I'm on stage, it's totally different. So as I was progressing, I started to see that I wasn't really being myself. And I had to learn to be myself because I was watching a lot of comedians that were great. John Lasseter, Kareem Green, Smokey Suarez.
Marshall Brandon.
Marshall Brandon, Hadir Robinson. A lot of them were themselves on and off stage. And I was like, I need to do that. I need to work on that. So gradually, I started working on that. I started getting more physical. I started, you know, using more energy. At one point, I was just too loud. I was just yelling at people, oh my God, ready for the show! Ah! And just white people just scared.
That's wild. Like, at one point, I was just too loud. It was out of control.
But a lot of people were telling me that, Rahad, you got a lot of energy, but you're just screaming and yelling into the mic. And then I started looking at my videos. And they were right, and I was like, and I had to like, you know, think to myself like, okay, I need to bring the volume down, but bring the enthusiasm up. All right, I got to know where to pocket my energy, because now I'm older now. I'm 34. I started when I was 22. So when I was, in my 20s, I gotta say in my 20s, this,
You reflected hard.
Whoa, in my 20s. Oh my God, where's my Ben Gay? I gotta start sentences off with in my 20s.
In my youth.
in my youth. I mean, I still have the same energy. I'm still young and I still have the same energy, but I know the older that I get, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for me.
Yeah.
So now it's about, pacing my energy and where to put it and how to strategically do my act outs in my set. So that's why, in my 20s, it was just like me, me getting into myself, me shaping who I am as a comedian now. I was just like very all over the place. But then I started to see, I was getting the results of laughter, but I wasn't getting the and the applause breaks. Yeah. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But then I had to pay attention, like Kareem Green is one of those guys that I'm like, if I can follow him, I'm good.
Yeah.
If I can follow John Laster, I'm great.
Yeah.
If I can follow Smokey after he killed for an hour, I'm like, yes, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. And so that's why I'm still
They're
crafting.
like the milestones comedically, because you're like, they're proficient at their craft.
Right.
So if I can keep up with them,
right,
by proxy, I'm proficient in my craft as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That makes a lot of sense, and it's wow, that's very interesting to hear, because I remember getting a note from a comedy club that it in similar ways. I sent a similar thing, energy. I was getting laughs, and I remember sending in a tape to this club, and they said I was trying to like get booked there or something. They was like, nah, not yet. Funny, but not cohesive. And at the time, I did not know what cohesive meant, so I looked it up, and it just means they can go together. So it's like, although I was saying funny shit, it was just all over the place.
Right.
It'd be like, yeah, this over here, and this and that. And it's like, you gotta learn to like balance out your skill set. So it's interesting to hear you say, you kind of seem like you treat it like a science in a way.
It is a science in a way once you figure out who you are and what kind of comedy you want to do and how you want to deliver your comedy. Like, I'm reading this book, it's called Comic Insights by Franklin Ajayi.
I can't wait to read it.
Oh yeah, it's a great book. So the first like 50 pages basically breaks down the elements of, comedy, as far as like, personality and, who you are as a comedian and, how you get on stage on the first time, all the basic stuff. But I started to, as I'm reading it, it just reconfirmed everything that I was doing. But it also taught me things that I can improve on. So my thing is, I'm a decent writer. It's just, I like to do more act outs. I like to have more fun. I was like you in high school. Like I was just doing wild shit. Like, I was just,
come on guys,
yeah. And I like, I'm putting like little half potatoes at lunchtime in my eyes. And shit, they like, Rashad, you crazy as hell, man. Yeah. So I was doing stuff like that. But then, with our craft, we want to make you laugh, but it has to be a journey.
Yeah.
You have to start somewhere, then you have to pave the way, you gotta walk that path, and along that path you gotta hit your points, hit your jokes, and then, at the end of that journey, that's where the big
hoorah, whatever response,
whatever that is.
That applause, that fucking stand up, whatever you're thinking, and that's so important, and it's good because I will also say you see a lot of comics who never take the time to do that, who just like, not saying it's all about being funny, but it's like they don't really look at the craft as like, all right, how do I improve on myself in a way that like because you took constructive criticism by listening to these other people. Like, you could have just been like, nah, these niggas just haters. Like, you could have did that.
The comedian's ego is very fragile, especially when you get advice from people that don't do what we do. I think that's just very counterproductive, because when you're getting criticism from somebody that doesn't do comedy, they're giving you critiques on how they want you to do comedy for them.
Yeah.
And not as people as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I first got Harlem Nights, this was like 2015, 2016. And it was a couple of regulars in there, and they would always see me come every Monday, and I would like kind of just work on the same jokes every time. And like one of the regulars was like, hey, you need to do more white jokes. You need to do more white people jokes. Black dude. Yeah. You need to do more white jokes. So he was like, he was one of those older black guys that be around a lot of white people, because you can tell by his voice.
Yeah.
That's literally, you need to do more white jokes.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's like, you need to
talk about the struggle. It's
like you need to cater to more white people. I'm like, I was like, that's how we got this way 400 years ago. I don't think.
Hold on. You think slavery was catering to white people? You think black people got on the bus like, I don't know, they seem cool. That's fucking hilarious. That's some real Kanye shit to tell. Slavery is a choice.
But Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just took them to work for more white people. I was like, damn, like, why would shit? I mean,
she took these niggas on an adventure. They was going to David Buster. She got lost.
But like, when people tell me that, I just ignore them. Because if you're going to tell me that, my comedy ain't for you. And I'm cool with that. Because in the beginning, I just wanted to be liked all the time. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted everybody in the audience to like me. And then I realized, if I want everybody to like me, I'm not being true to myself. I need to be true to who I am and speak my own opinions, which everybody ain't gonna agree with, because it's an opinion. So when you have an opinion, there's gonna be people that agree with it, and there's gonna be people that disagree. And if you disagree, that's fine, all right? You're gonna agree with some other shit that I talk about. But if you disagree with everything that I'm saying, leave the show, because you about to have me canceled. You probably gonna attack me on stage or some shit. Like, I don't know. Like,
you know karate. I know you know how to fight.
I took Taekwondo for 7 years. You know, I forgot it. So it's like,
like if shit come out and nothing gone.
Yeah. You know how my martial arts is black ego. Like that's my martial art. Like, I'll slap shit out of you. Like that's black ego. Like, niggas don't know how to fight, but they know how to threaten. Like that's what they do.
Play with me if you want to. I'll fuck you up right now.
He's like,
Play with me if you want to. Go ahead.
He's like dead ass. All right. Dead ass. That's how you feel it. All right.
You really just hope don't let it happen.
Yeah, I was like, I just hope like my black aura like just negates the whole.
You get fucked up like, damn, that nigga's out black. I was at my black threshold.
Like, I just started saying wild Harlem shit. Dead ass, on my mother's facts. Say less. Say less.
Shit, that's so fucking accurate. We don't do that. I do that all the time, bro. I don't be fighting at all. I hate it. I really hate the conflict of fighting. I don't like it. I've been punched in the face. That shit ain't fun.
No, it's not. It's not. You gotta sit there with that. Your ego is bruised.
Yeah. Even if you win, you still feel a fist on your face.
Cause in your mind you was like, I saw it coming. Like, I saw it coming, and I didn't do anything. I was like, oh, this is gonna happen. Like, and then you allowed it. Like you could have easily like Steven Seagal, a motherfucker. Like,
you think you gonna get the skill? That doesn't happen. Someone punch, you don't expect it. Nobody, unless you're a trained fighter, bro.
Yo,
you see a fist come, you have this moment of, is this nigga about to hit me?
Yeah. Yeah, you could. So taking martial arts, I used to watch a lot of martial arts like breakdown videos. Mm-hmm. I still do, and I watch them on YouTube or whatever, and they always show you
Michael Jai White or something like that.
Michael Jai White is one. There's another one. It's on Instagram. It's called Get Armed. Shout out to Tara Ak. He's from Oakland. He's a security guard, and he has this class where he teaches you how to defend yourself, and he talks about the economy of motion, just always keeping your head on a swivel, and always, looking in a 360 direction, and just watching all around you. Because if you see somebody coming towards you, you have to do one or two things. You got the fight or flight response. Either you're gonna turn around, see it, and address it, or you're gonna try to get away from it.
Yeah.
So my thing is, we both skinny. We gonna get away from it because we don't. Cause
I'm made for it. Lift my legs. I'm out of here.
So like me, I use comedy also as a self-defense. If you can get somebody laughing, they're not ready to whoop your ass. Like they relax. It's
the diaphragm. They weak.
Yeah, but still they hit you like this nigga funny. You like
me.
He's like, I need to tell more non-swinging arm jokes. I
need more white jokes. I need more white jokes. White jokes don't make you hit nobody. They don't do it.
Oh, shit.
Fucking comedy, bro.
Oh, my God, man. But I use comedy as a self-defense because I also read a lot of Art of War books. You ever read The Art of War?
I stopped after the second chapter because it felt demonic.
What?
I don't know. I'm real certain, I don't know what it is about me. I'm really emotional. I still don't really like watching Mufasa die in the Lion King.
Yo, I thought I was the only one. Okay, all right. As black men, we can express this.
Bro, I got a dad.
I got a father and a stepfather, so I'm just like,
you make a scar like that.
I'm like, come on, why not him? Like, why not them?
Oh shit, that's so funny. I got a father and a stepfather. That's wild funny.
That's some true shit. Yeah. And it's like when at one time I was telling jokes about not having a father because it was so many other comedians that really went through that, and that was funny. And I was like, I was emulating that, but it wasn't true to who I was. So I was like, I gotta stop doing that. Because if my dad actually show up...
Yeah, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Why would you lie? Why are you killing your dad?
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. Here's what's funny about, most of my life, all of my life, I've been living with my mom and my stepdad. My birth father's in my life. He lives in the Bronx. So when I was younger, I used to go to his house all the time. But as I got older, I'm doing my own thing, and I got my own perspective and stuff, and I got my own obligations as a teenager. What teenager has obligations?
I don't know. Working a laundromat.
So, living with my stepdad and my mom, my stepfather is an Israelite. So he one of them, the dudes that be in Times Square, and the white people jokes, and he wanted all, but he don't wear the Mortal Kombat outfit that they be having.
They do be looking like Scorpion. I never thought of that. That's so wild funny.
He was like, read this literature, finish it. Jesus is black. I was like, damn. Okay. His name's Yeshua. I was like, oh, okay. That was
wild funny.
But so living with him, he reads a lot of books. He got a whole shelf. Like both my fathers, they both very smart, intelligent men, and I only wish I can be as great as they are. I love taking aspects from both of them and applying it to who I am as a person. So, you know, living with my stepfather and my mom, like, it wasn't bad, but there weren't a lot of like, you know, happy family times. Cause it would be me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. If my dad leaves the house, my mother, my brother, and I are talking about my father. When my mother leaves the house, it's my dad, me and my brother talking about him. When my brother leaves the house, it's my parents and us talking about him. So when I'm out the house, they was like, this Rashad, this nigga done moved out and shit.
It's gossip everywhere.
It's just gossip. It's just gossip everywhere, and it was a very interesting family dynamic. And my father, he had all these conspiracy theories and shit. It was always, Rashad, you need to read this right here. Look at this. Look what's in this milk right here. Look. There's fluoride in here. You know what fluoride does? Fluoride is the ingredient that when you put it on your teeth, it gets in your bloodstream and controls your mind. So they're trying to control you.
Jesus Christ.
Why do you think they call it Colgate? Because it connected to Watergate with Nixon. I was like, wait a minute, what? Where did you get? He be connecting so much shit.
Connects every dot.
And then a lot of times, like, it was bad because anytime my brother and I would get in trouble or we wouldn't do something in the house, he would have us sit down and lecture us for 2 hours. Like one day we didn't do the dishes. He was like, this is why y'all need to do the dishes, because your mother come in here and she cook, she clean for y'all, and y'all don't do nothing but sit on your ass and play Xbox all goddamn day. Y'all need to get in here, clean these dishes, because the roaches, they gonna come in here and start eating the food off the plate. And you know roaches are the symbol of black people in America, because America's always stepping on us all the damn time. And I was like, you know what, that makes fucking sense. But after a while, 2 hours, Dad, I could have did the dishes.
I got you. I don't need all this imagery.
Just like, come on. But I love my father. Yeah. I love my father for...
Are they supportive with the dream? Comedy or being...
They are. My mother is just more present at the shows.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom comes to like every...
I've seen her. She's been at Harlem Nights.
She's there every Monday and Saturday.
That's wild.
She's there every Monday and Saturday. She's Mama Nights. They call her Mama Nights now. They used to call her Mama Bashir, and I'm like, she's not with my dad. Nah, this is Bryce. It's okay. So she comes there every Monday, every Saturday. She's always laughing at stuff. She's always laughing at the other comedians, no matter how wild and off the wall the jokes might be. And sometimes I have to question, like, what are you into, Mom? Like, 'cause they be saying some wild shit, and she just be laughing, and I'm like, he just said a rape joke, and you thought that was funny? Like, but my mom, she's just so supportive, and I love her for that. Yeah. And you know, my stepdad didn't want me to do stand-up. Okay. Didn't want me to do stand-up. And I remember, like, when I first started, like a couple of months before I started, he was telling me, he's like, why you want to be a comedian? There's so many comedians in the world. You know, he's like, and he kept telling me all the things that a comedian is. He's like, comedians are insightful, they funny, and they funny, and they funny. Like he was telling me, like, you're not funny. Like, he was really trying to, like, not have me do this. And I didn't listen to him. And I'm glad I didn't listen to him.
Good job.
Because now I realize we need more comedians in the world. Yeah. We do need people that are funny. Because comedians, we are therapists without the pay.
That's a fire description.
We are therapists without the pay. People are sitting down, listening to us talk, and they are responding with laughter. We are talking about our pain, our struggles on stage, and they are relating to it. And it's opening up their eyes, and they're seeing, like, oh my God, my life isn't that bad. Or maybe it is, my life is that bad and I needed that laugh. Damn. It's always those two aspects. Yeah. There's been plenty of times I performed and I've hosted. And people come up to me, they're like, yo, you was the best dude on the show. I was like, I was the host. I was just bringing people up. That was it. But they was like, nah, these dudes was alright. It was a white show. It was like, nah, these dudes, they like.
Need more white shows. That's gonna be my favorite thing in the whole episode.
You need more white shows. Like, what? But it was a great thing because I had did a show at Harlem Nights, and after I was done, all these people were like just hanging out, taking pictures with me and the comedians and stuff. And these, it was like a group of like 6 people. And it was somebody's birthday, but I didn't know they also came from a funeral. So this guy came up, he was like, hey man, I had just buried my mother today. And it was my niece's birthday, and we wanted to just go somewhere just to kind of like, bring up our spirits. And we didn't know it was a comedy show, and we want to thank you. You lifted our spirits. We was really in a heavy place, we was in a dark place, and you really helped lift our spirits up. And I was like, I need to keep doing this every day.
Oh shit, because I've had moments like that too, and there's nothing like it. Yeah. Like the accolades and the success on like media fronts and all that stuff is great, but those responses from regular human beings that relate with what you're talking about, and you just saying shit that came from your head.
Yeah.
At best, you're a vessel for, if you believe in a higher power and all that stuff. That's kind of where I lean towards. It's like, I don't know where half of this shit come from, but it feels so good, man. And I'm glad to hear you even express that, because a lot of people need to hear and see that fucking top tier shit, Rashad. That's why the youth loves you.
I feel like Bruce Leroy when you got that glow. You got that glow.
We gotta put the wavy effect around him right now.
Who's the master? I am. My head coming out of the water. I am the master.
Who's the prettiest? Show enough. Oh man, all right. I got a couple more because I'm enjoying it, and I feel like for you, I didn't have to ask many questions because you've given us a lot of gems. I got 3 more that crossed my mind.
All right.
1, Harlem Nights.
Yes.
Because it's come up a lot. Why did you decide? Because you host a open mic on Mondays and Saturdays, or is it open mic Monday and then Saturday's the show?
Saturday's the show, Monday's the open.
Okay. Right. And you host it. You've been hosting it for a while now.
Right.
And like, it's hard. It's hard to host a show in general.
Yes, week after week.
Monday, and there's so many. You're dealing with a lot of comics who are coming in. They're fresh into what inspired you to do that, and why do you maintain it? Because you don't have to.
I don't. All right, so coming up, we had shout out to Tino, the IG bum. He. I got it.
That's wild to say, but I know exactly who he is.
But that's what he's known as. Like he's the IG bum. Like that's his thing. So
IG bum.
So to get Tino Romero, Tino Esteban, Mr. Oh nah. Going to his open mics. Karma Lounge, wherever it was at. Karma Lounge, Parkside Lounge. Bar 82, Identity Bar. That's where we cut our teeth. That's where a lot of our bits that we started doing, early, our first 3-4 years, that's where we were constructing those. We were going to those mics. And, I just felt a lot of support from Tino because Tino laughed at everybody's stuff. And his laugh is just like very contagious. So, and I just felt so comfortable there. I felt comfortable there to speak my mind and to work on stuff and to try to, shift things around and try to challenge my ideas and try to do dark stuff because I'm not a dark comedian. But you
gotta figure it out.
You gotta figure it out, right? So it's like even if you're not a dark comedian, you can have like 1 or 2 dark jokes. Like each comedian has one aspect of everything. We got a dark joke, we got a political joke, we got act outs, we got stories, we got one-liners, and we try to fit it all together, but in one of those categories, that one is like who we are. Yeah. And all the others are just like, bits and pieces.
Like personality quirks or traits.
Exactly. So, Tino was like, when he was running, he ran a mic for a very long time, I think 10 plus years. So every time I was like, I wanted to go to open mic, I wanted to go there because I knew if I was gonna work on something and I was gonna work on it and try to figure it out, his mic was where I wanted to go. And also, again, I mentioned Smokey. Smokey had Mocha Lounge. Smokey Suarez. Shout out to Smokey Suarez, man. Every Monday night at Mocha Lounge in Harlem, all the young comedians used to go there. That was the lion's den. That was it was like in Gladiator, they put you in the pit and they opened the gate and fucking the tigers were the crowd.
Yep.
The tiger was the crowd. Yeah, you gotta fucking fight off the crowd. So as guys like them, they gave opportunity to us. They gave us a space for us to express our views and to build our craft. And I was like, it's only right that I do that. Because that's how I came up. And if you say some wild shit, I roast you.
Yeah.
Because that's how I was brought into the game. But my roasting is different. Sometimes they just make fun of you, and it felt piercing.
Yeah.
If I'm making fun of you, it's because what I'm saying is funny, but it's also uplifting.
Yeah.
So I'm if you getting on stage, I'm not going to be malicious about it. Yeah. I'm gonna just say, oh, give it up for, shit. Oh. I'm give it up for so and so, and I'll say the person or the celebrity that they look like, and it'd be funny, and I was like, nah, you really good, man. Come back, keep coming back, keep working on it. So my thing is, I try to give opportunity when I wasn't given, or I try to give opportunity when I was given it. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times, I wasn't given a lot of opportunity. Okay. So if you're not given opportunity, create it. If you got a space for comedians, have them come there and work on their shit. And that's why I bring an audience out. People are coming out just to see the comedians perform on the open mic, which is wild to me. Because the only place you can get that is open mics outside of New York. Yeah. And I hear that all the time. They were like, I went to Atlanta in 2018 and I did the Laughing Skull. And they were like, oh yeah, we sold out a ticket for the open mic. I was like, what? You sold out a ticket for what? He was like, yeah, it's an open mic. We sold out of tickets. It's 50 people. And I was like, oh, this is a real thing. Yeah. So I was like, I need to create that here. And then I started, my hosting got better, and then I put the open mic on Eventbrite for people to come out. And eventually I started seeing people come out. Yeah. And they were enjoying the comedy, but you had those comedians who were doing new jokes, and I was like, they just doing the same new shit every week. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna give them an incentive. I'm gonna have them win money. Mm-hmm. So if you give a comedian an incentive, they're gonna do their best shit. So I said, you know what, let me put a bell here. Every time they tell a real funny joke, we're gonna ring the bell. And thus, that's how Paid by the Bell was born.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I love it, I love it, I love it. Yeah. Because so many comedians, I feel like there's going to be a wave of comics who say, yo, I came up through those ranks the way we came up through, like you said, Smokey. Marlon Randolph used to have a lot of shows in Brooklyn that I would do all the time.
Brooklyn Exposure.
Yep. I forgot the other spot, too. There was down the street, Ray Dejan's rooms.
Lindenwood Diner, yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, you hit a lot of great points, man. So I don't want to we got one last question.
Okay.
This is the dramatic. This
is
your acting. You were actor too, so let's lean into it.
All right.
That's your camera, bro.
All right.
We ask this every episode.
Okay.
If you could give a gem to inspire someone who may be like you, think like you, or be like a younger version of you, older version of you, they just come from your wavelength of thinking. Mm-hmm. What gem would you give them? Inspiration. Let's go.
Don't listen to anybody. If you feel like you want to do it, do it. If you fail, failure is just the blueprint to success. You have to fail 8 times, to succeed on the 9th. And your success will grow from there. So anything that you want to do it. If nobody supports you, do it by yourself.
Come on, man. Come on. My God, Rahad Bashir. Man, so many gems. I respect it so much. Thank you. Thank you for having your heart like on your sleeve the way you fucking did. And thank you for just being a guest on this episode.
Absolutely, man. This is, I feel, what's that show with Shannon Sharp is Undisputed? What is it?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
You'll learn.
You don't know Shannon Sharp?
Hey man, I don't know a lot of things. Well, I tried. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just gonna say this. Rahad Bashir, that guy's amazing.
That's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gotta thank you again. And
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for watching this episode. My name is Alex Babbitt. This is Rahad Bashir. I'll see you next time.
Oh, you already know what it is. Peace.
My God, bro. Hey guys, thank y'all for watching Behind the Mic Stand. If y'all enjoyed it, as I think you did, because you made it to the end, like, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification button so you hear the subscriptions and shit. You know how it works. Just like it. Stop skipping this part and do it right now. What? Somewhere right here. I think it's right here.